What's going on, Pisces? Welcome back to the channel, and welcome to your collective Pisces reading. For those of y'all who are new here, my name is Shani, and this is Melanated Mindfulness Tarot. I come and I upload collective messages throughout the week for all the zodiac signs, and then on Fridays we tap in and we do elemental messages. So if that is something that you're interested in, wanting to keep up with, please do make sure that you subscribe to the channel, because I do not want you to miss these gems that are going to be being dropped, okay? And with that being said, we are today going to be getting into a three-part message. What is it that you need to be made aware of? What is it that you need to work on? And then the potential outcome of the overall energy that is presented to us, okay? So let's go ahead and get started, so we ain't got to keep y'all here too long. Too long. All thanks and praise to the Most High. You know their hearts and you know their situations. Can you please give me the cards that we need in order for us to be able to receive this message at hand with an open mind and an open heart? I ask that you give me the words to articulate this message as best as possible, as well as clear out anything standing in the way of their clarification, confirmation, transformation, and healing at this time. Ashe. Let's get into it. Spirit, what is the message that you have for Pisces? What is it that Pisces needs to be made aware of? Okay. Spirit, what is it that Pisces needs to be made aware of? Thank you. Thank you. So underneath it all, Pisces, you got the Queen of Swords. Okay. I want you to be aware, like, that you, even though you hold different titles in people's lives, whether it's a mother, a friend, a wife, a girlfriend, a employee, or whatever, a daughter, son, it doesn't matter, right? Husband, whomever, father, whatever, right? You still have to be you. Like, you still want to be able to recognize who you were or who you are without all of these titles being attached to you, sort of, kind of speak. Look, putting that energy into yourself, recognizing who you are. So this may be calling you to even do some type of mirror work, right? Where you're looking in the mirror and you're really, like, recognizing who you are, getting familiar with yourself on a personal level, like really intimate, so that you can show up and start taking care of yourself the way that you pretty much need to at this time. Okay? And that's underneath it all. When we go into the energies that came out on the table, you start off with the Seven of Swords. You have the Lust card. And you also have the Princess of Disc. Okay? It's a lot of external influences that are contributing to what you are creating for yourself, right? It's a lot of external influences that are kind of directing you, I guess. Again, it's influential energy, right? When it comes to what you're creating for yourself. It's almost like, you know how you have this societal standard of what you're supposed to have, who you're supposed to be, how you're supposed to act, how you're supposed to show up, and things of that nature. That is not necessarily going to fulfill you, right? I mean, it may seem like it, but whether it's the materialistic aspect or the relationships that you have with other people, it still plays, like, you still play the biggest part in there, right? What is it that you desire? What is it that you require? And not feeling like you have to get, I guess, this validation or, the acceptance of other people when it comes to what you're creating or what you feel like it's supposed to look like. Do that because it's something that you want to do, right? Pay attention to, like, where you are right now. And I'm saying that because you have the Princess of Disc, okay? Pay attention to where you are right now and decide, like, is this really fulfilling you? Or is this like a show that you low-key putting on, just to make it seem like you're okay, You understand what I'm explaining? Sometimes people can show up and they can be okay on the outside, but in the inside, they're hurting. In the inside, they're crying for help. In the inside, they're disconnected from themselves. In the inside, they just don't feel as fulfilled as they would like to. So keep in mind, like, that you don't have to live up to the standards that have been set or that are being set by other people outside of yourself. People will always come and tell you what they think that you're supposed to be doing in your life, and they haven't walked a mile in your shoes yet. You know what I mean? So be mindful of that. Pay attention to that, because again, it's showing up like this is how and or why you're creating certain things in your reality. The things that you're going through on the inside, they're showing up in your physical reality. So pay attention to that. Pay attention, like I said, to where you are now and make a real decision. Like, is this where I want to be? Is this what I actually want to keep experiencing? Is this where, you know what I'm saying? Like, is this what I see for myself in my future? What is it that I am doing right now that will help me get into a better space or a better place type thing? Okay. Spirit, what is the message for Pisces when it comes to what they need to work on? When it comes to what Pisces needs to work on. Spirit, what is it that Pisces needs to work on? Thank you. I would say doing what you know you need to do for yourself. Before I even seen this Two of Cups underneath it all. What is it that you need to do for yourself? Pouring into yourself will then put you in a position to be able to give to others, right? Like, you can't really show up for other people in a way that you're not showing up for yourself. You may look at it like that. You may think, okay, I'm showing up for them, but what about you, right? Like, you want to make sure you are taking care of you. You're pouring into you. You are fulfilling all of your needs and requirements on a personal level, just like you would expect somebody else to come in and do for you, right? We got a few that came out for what you need to work on. We have the Prince of Cups in reverse, the Eight of Cups in reverse, the Six of Swords in reverse, the Adjustment, and the Ace of Wands. Okay, let's get into this energy when it comes to what Pisces needs to work on. In some way, shape, form, or fashion, you are, that's the only way I can say it. You are too emotionally invested, right, in some type of a relationship. And it's given like that you feel like, or you think that you know it all when it comes to this relationship. So maybe you feel like, you know, like, oh, I know they want me, or I know they this, or I know they that, or I know they don't like me, or I know this, right? And that doesn't, like, you really, how do you know if a person hasn't really told you? And not only told you, if they're not necessarily showing you, right? Because a person can come and they can say whatever they want to say, but actions speak louder than words. And I like to say that energy speaks louder than that. So pay attention to what you are investing your energy into, especially from an emotional standpoint. With the Eight of Cups, there is also showing like there is some resistance to you recognizing how emotionally invested that you are. Again, and it's giving like that know-it-all energy. Any type of relationship that you put yourself in, you would want it to be a balanced relationship, right? And giving and receiving. Whether that's energetically, whether that is, you know, I was gonna say monetarily, but I guess in any way, shape, form, or aspect, you just want to make sure that it's the energy of reciprocity, right? Like with that spiritual law, you don't want to be out of whack or be imbalanced and be showing up as a martyr, right? Like you here to just Captain Save a person. Because that's not it. Like, again, you want to definitely make sure that you're showing up for yourself just as much as you're showing up for another, and just how you expect them to show up for you, right? And if this person is not in alignment with the energy that you give yourself, then it's okay to be like, you know what? I cared, I love you, whatever the case may be. However, like, I gotta do what's best for me. And sometimes initially what is best for us, it will hurt. But you have to do what it is that you know you need to do, because you want a better experience. You deserve a better experience in any way, shape, form, or fashion. So this can be a relationship with a partner, a friend, a family member. It doesn't matter. The relationship that matters the most at any given time is the relationship that you have with yourself. And I definitely want you to remember that. Think about that. So when it comes to you and what you need to work on, I guess, not being so emotionally invested. You can be connected to a person and not have to be attached to a person emotionally, right? They can enhance the way that you feel. They can do certain things, but you don't want your sense of being to solely be dependent upon what somebody else has to offer or what they bring to your table, if that makes sense. Spirit, what is the overall energy? Can you give us the overall energy for Pisces? You know their hearts and you know what it is that they need to hear in this moment. Can you please give me the cards to be able to reveal the energy of the potential outcome? Thank you. Okay. I see you. I see you. Spirit, what is the energy of the potential outcome? All right, so potential outcome, we got, yes, come through with the come through, okay? We got the Hangman that shows up. You have the Knight of Wands. You have the Nine of Discs in reverse. And you have the Empress. Big Empress energy, okay? Underneath it all, we have the Tower. So underneath it all, with the Tower showing up, there is definitely like an energy of shit happening, stuff going on, things happening to the point where you like, you may feel like it's all falling apart, but it's really not. It's truly not falling apart. Everything is happening in order for you to truly align yourself with what it is that you want to come into, like what you desire, and not what you desire based on what it looks like from your physical eye, but what you desire, like the essence of it. If you're in a situation or a relationship, right, or whatever the case may be, and you want more honesty, more loyalty, more love, more commitment, and things like that, maybe shit is shaking up with this particular individual just for you to be able to open yourself up to allowing it to come in from somewhere or somebody else. With the potential outcome, you have the Hangman, which is talking about like looking at things from a different perspective. And I see you actually running towards that with the Knight of Wands. You see how it's going towards the Hangman? So it's really you like, you know what? It's time for me to start looking at things in a different way. It's time for me to stop repelling, stop pushing away the things that I actually desire. Let me stop pushing it away, because it's given the energy of you having an expectation of how something is supposed to turn out. And if it's not going in the way that you've seen that it was supposed to go with a particular individual, now you're kind of like counting yourself out, or you're forcing this situation to happen. And each time you force yourself to go back into a situation over and over again, regardless of it's, again, platonic or an intimate relationship, you just complicate your own situation. Like, you continuously complicate it, and you constantly put yourself in the energy of having these tower moments. But even behind the tower moment is happiness. So you really have to, look, I ain't finna play. Come on up here. You really have to pick up the lessons that are being put down, right? You've had enough experiences to be able to say, you know what? I'm learning from this. I've learned already, and I'm constantly learning that I need to start putting my energy in the places and spaces that I want to see it grow. I want to see this be multiplied. I want an energy of grace, gratitude, peace, love, all the things that you deserve and desire, because they are there, right? But when this card shows up in reverse, it's like, but You know, how are you making this happen? Are you really putting yourself in a position to experience the manifestations of your heart, right? Make a decision. Make the decision to choose you at any time. Make the decision to choose you at any time. And don't be, that sounds mean. You know, have common sense when it comes to it, right? If you've constantly been experiencing something over and over again and you're wanting it to get better, so you think, oh, this time it's going to be better, and then you go back into it and something similar happens, notice how it gets more aggressive each and every time you put yourself back in this similar cycle. All of that to say, stand in your power and operate in your Empress energy. You can still be loving. You can still be nurturing. You ain't got to hate people. Like, really, you know how you put yourself in the energy to accept people for who they truly are, right? And it don't mean that you have to tolerate who they are. You just want to accept them for who they are so that you can then make the decision that needs to be made on how you want to move forward. So if you're dealing with something and you know you don't like it or it makes you unsettled in some type of way, shape, or form, make a decision. Is this what I'm going to tolerate or not? Right? I don't hate you for it. I accept that it's a part of you. And with that, I can release you with love, because I don't want to be the thing or the person that actually keeps you from living your best life. Like, I don't need to hold you up. I don't need to hold you back. You understand what I'm explaining? And it's okay. Like, the moment that you choose to let go of anything that's not serving you is the moment that you start welcoming in everything that you deserve and desire. So, with that being said, we're going to go into the money and the law of attraction cards just to get a little razzle dazzle. It's really going to talk about like the alignment when it comes to your abundance. They will probably talk about money, don't get me wrong, but it's also going to teach you something about like the energy that you hold or the energy that you want to be exuding in order for you to attract the very thing that you desire, not necessarily coming from a particular person. Like, be open to receiving it however it may come. Spirit, what is the message that you have for Pisces out of this deck? Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. I want to harmonize with my desire. I want to harmonize with my desire. Anytime you feel negative emotion, stop and say, something is important here. Otherwise, I will not be feeling this negative emotion. What is it that I want? And then simply turn your attention to what you do want. In the moment you turn your attention to what you want, the negative attraction will stop. And in the moment the negative attraction stops, the positive attraction will begin. Did I not just say that? And in that moment, your feeling will change from not feeling good to feeling good. That is the process of pivoting. Okay? That is the process of pivoting. This is literally just another sense or source of alignment. Pay attention. Like, pay attention to what it is that you want to bring forward, to what you want to manifest, and anything that's not in alignment with that, you got to do away with it. And you don't have to do it from a harsh or a hateful place. You can definitely do this and still be like high vibrational. Like, yeah, it happened. I appreciate it. It is what it is. Now it's time for me to move forward. I wish you the best, do the best, like whatever the case may be. But I'm not about to keep putting myself in a position to allow things outside of me to have so much control over my destiny type shit, right? So I definitely hope this brought you some confirmation, some type of clarity in some way, shape, form, or fashion. Please do make sure you subscribe if you have not subscribed already, and make sure you tap in for your elemental message on Friday. Peace.